Welcome to the Amphigory Effect podcast with your host, Zach Brackett, and your co-host, Justin Marlowe. Let's begin.
See, that's a good word.
It's a movie.
We don't. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the movie you want me to watch.
It's the movie of the future. Have you seen it, Justin?
I think I've heard of it. What's it about?
Idiocracy is the premise of the movie is that, like in today's time, intelligent people are waiting until after college, after they have a career, to have children, and they're less likely to have more children the older they get. So because of that, the dumber people are having more and more children over and over and over again until eventually it becomes so rapid that there are basically no intelligent people left on the planet, and everybody is, how do I say, special.
Special. That's
So,
exactly how you say it.
The whole entire world goes to crap. Nobody knows what to do with their trash. The
Nice.
plants won't grow because instead of putting water on it, they are putting Brando because that's what plants need.
What?
Brando. So Brando is like the Gatorade.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the president's, his name is Captain Macho, I believe.
Nice. That's amazing.
And
Cool
he
idea
is
for a movie.
like a WWE wrestler who shoots a gun off every time he comes to the parliament to talk. It's
That's crazy.
Cool.
You guys would love it. It scares you a little bit because
Because you're like, it's one of those things you
Yeah.
laugh at and you're like, oh, haha, haha. And then you think about it and you're like, oh,
Oh,
crap, that could
yeah,
actually happen.
that might come true. But yeah, it got awful ratings and barely existed.
Really?
Until it got closer to the future and people are like, you know what, this sounds kind of familiar. And then they start making references to it.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Amphigory Effect podcast. I am Zach Brackett, and Justin Marlowe. Say hi to the world.
It's hot.
He's been a diva today.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
we
we
had
just got
some
started.
we had some technical difficulties, and so it pushed us farther back into the day, and
Just a
now
little
it's
bit.
hot in here,
Now
and
it's hot.
now he's being a
But
whiny
let's
baby.
get started. Let's get right into it.
Right into it.
Today,
Okay.
we're lucky to be here with Anthony, the newest member of our team.
Woo woo.
Howdy, howdy.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Anthony?
Okay, so I'm Anthony, this guy. And so they brought me on as, what is my title
Event
again?
coordinator.
Event coordinator.
I haven't got your tag written up yet. I'm
Liaison.
sorry. Yeah, yeah.
I know, I need a name tag.
You do. You really
I don't
do.
even know. I forget my name. If it wasn't for my license, I really would.
Really?
Forget my, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
And your name is?
I don't remember.
Okay. Anyways, they brought me on because I have a YouTube problem, and I've spent more time on YouTube than I do, well, just about anything else. Because it's more important to watch a cat video than it is to do dishes. right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
That's how the
Good.
world works now.
Yeah, I didn't tell that joke earlier. I didn't.
No, you absolutely did not.
You'll never know. Either way.
So basically, they brought me on because we're going to be doing lots and lots of fun things and making
Yep.
these guys as uncomfortable as humanly possible.
Yep.
Because it entertains you guys.
Yep.
So,
And that's
this
what
makes sense.
really is the whole YouTube channel is about,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty much the goal.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's going to be really fun. And the reason we brought you on is because you're actually, despite what he may look like, he's actually kind of interesting.
Thanks.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome
that.
for that
See, this
loaded
love
compliment.
here.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
so
right?
great. Tell us a little bit
Now
more
kiss.
about what.
Darn it.
Now, Kith. You have to add the
With the
end
F.
on it. Now, tell us a little bit more about the kind of stuff you do, because you do some crazy stuff, dude.
Yes. So I like literally every genre of sports and so on and
Mm-hmm.
so forth. So I've competed in just about everything off the wall. I've competed in horseshoes competitively, fencing. I won a tournament in that. I
Nice.
know,
Did you get a trophy?
No, I got a sword.
Oh, wow, even
Oh,
better.
It was actually
Cool.
sharp too.
Oh,
What?
very nice.
Yes.
You still have
absolutely. Yes.
We
I
have
should
to play with
brought
it sometime.
I know
Oh,
we do.
Man.
You can't play with knives, Zach.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
Zach's banned from knives already.
Continue. Go ahead.
So I've done dirt track racing with 4-cylinder cars, a couple different tracks. I flipped that.
Oh, nice.
We will have to show a fun video of that.
Yeah,
And
that's great.
wife and mother freaking out. It happened to be my girlfriend at the time. The first time she had ever been to watch me race.
And you
I
flipped it.
flipped the car right in front of her, about
Nice.
maybe 10 to
Did you
15
get-
yards in front
Did
of
you
her.
get hurt?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
No, roll cage. You're actually safer
Yeah, I
in a race
figured you
car
would be.
than you are driving on the highway on a daily basis.
Yeah,
By
as long as you
the way,
don't stick your hands
roll
out the window.
cage, harness, you name it. It was like a really crappy roller coaster that you're sore after.
Okay. That sounds
Basically.
so
Yeah,
much
okay.
fun.
I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that.
Whiplash
so much
sounds
fun.
great.
Yeah. So what else have I competed in? Basketball, football, soccer. What else fun things have I competed in? Also, I am a competitive boxer.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to push toward, because that's something that will be relevant in the future, not too far away.
What? I don't get
Wink,
this
wink,
inside
wink.
joke.
Wink, wink,
Wink,
wink,
wink.
wink. Teaser. But yeah, tell us a little bit more about that. So how long you been doing that?
So I've been boxing for about 2.5 years, competing for about 2. I didn't wait long to start competing.
Yeah.
So you had half a year
Yeah,
to train.
The end of the year that I started training was my first fight. It was I started training in like January, February, and then by I think October was my first fight that year.
Man, that's crazy.
So
How'd that go?
pretty well. I lost a lot of weight really quickly.
Really?
Normally weigh around 154, and for that weight class it was 141.
Ooh.
And I wasn't quite close, so I lost about 9 pounds in 3 days.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
now how does that work? Do you literally just not eat at all?
No, you eat very little, and what you do is you drink a whole lot of water weeks and weeks before, and then as you get closer and closer to the fight, you'll drink less and less water until at the end of the day you're drinking like half of a water bottle.
Is that
At
not
the last day.
Does that not like hurt you in the fight though? Shouldn't you have like your
aren't you
full
anemic
strength?
or
Oh,
something?
I was exhausted. I was exhausted before the fight even happened, and I will never ever lose that much weight again before
Yeah,
a
that
fight.
can't be good for
My
you.
second fight, I fought a whole weight class up at 152 pounds.
So you would rather fight above your normal weight than below, or
Yes, it's a slight disadvantage because of size,
Right,
obviously.
yeah.
But yes, it's awful. Luke, cutting weight, wrestlers will tell you this, it's terrible. When your wife is on her oil change during the month,
Yeah.
when she's angry at you.
Change, nice.
Yeah, see? Now
That's
you
subtle.
learned
That's
it.
He's
good.
a
Yeah,
car
yeah,
guy,
that's
too.
great.
Just
Oh,
so you
yeah,
know.
car guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry about that. But yeah, when she's on that time and she's angry at you, that feeling when you're cutting weight, that's the feeling you have.
No
You're
way.
irritable all the time.
What?
You're just angry. Everything you
Cry
say,
a lot.
you just snap. It's terrible.
That does
It's
sound
awful.
bad. So how many times have you fought?
So I've had 2 fights. I've lost both of them by
Aw.
split decision in their home gyms. No excuses or anything.
No excuses,
here.
but
no excuses or anything.
Oh man.
But yeah, I absolutely loved it though. I mean, even though I lost, like I said, split decision, so I went all 3 rounds. It's
That's
just
great.
It was a great experience.
that's an achievement
I mean,
in itself, I think.
you learn, yeah, you learn a lot from winning, but
Yeah.
you also learn an incredible amount of losing and what you need to do in the future. And it's just been a blast so
So
far.
how often? So you fought twice in 2 years. So is that like you fight once a year, or is it like have you just fought 2 and then wait a while?
I took the entire last year off because I was working nights and it was
Oh.
really hard to train.
Yeah.
So the first year I actually fought in October and I fought again December 9th or something
Now
like
is that
that.
is that?
Wow. Oh
I'm
my
assuming that's
gosh.
not normal, right? I don't really know much about.
For amateurs, no, not
No?
really. You,
Okay.
you don't really, not that close together.
Right.
You usually compete a couple times a year, but there's 2 different divisions. There's novice, which is what I would be, have less than 10 fights, and then open class, which is anything over 10. So that could be literally anybody. You could have 100 amateur fights or 11 amateur fights. You could fight each other. You're in the same class.
Okay, so that's what that is then. Okay,
Yes.
I was about to ask what do the classes actually do, and they just break up who can fight who
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah, and then after that, besides weight classes, but after
Right.
that, open class is pro. And basically the only difference between amateurs and pros is a dollar sign.
Huh.
I mean, you could go today and sign up to be a professional fighter.
Wow.
I would not necessarily
Our YouTube sign fell
advising.
Again.
again. Just push it. That's fine.
Okay. I wouldn't advise go doing a pro, but yeah, that's literally it. And you make $400 minimum.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that doesn't sound
We could make some
too
money off you guys.
Terrible.
Yeah, but
Yeah, let's try Zach first.
To get your
Ah.
teeth knocked out though, $400.
$400 will that fix my teeth?
Is that I don't know how much is
Probably
your
not.
dental appointment.
Oh man, probably not.
Okay.
doubt
We'll
it.
just skip that.
Well, yeah, we can do.
But we
that.
may have to get you guys in a ring just maybe once.
Yeah,
Possibly.
maybe,
Think about
Make
it.
sure-
Maybe even against each other.
maybe.
Interesting idea.
Maybe we have no idea what you're
And then-
talking about.
And then maybe gift you guys like a little award or something to wear on the show for like the next couple weeks.
Oh
or something.
yeah,
That would
participation award.
Fascinating.
Yes. Participation award.
Oh no. Well, yeah, I think that'll definitely have to happen. What do you think, Justin?
I'm just gonna spoil it. We're doing it.
We're doing
happening.
it. It's happening. Actually, it's happening the week of this recording.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it won't be out for a while.
So
Yeah.
does that mean I should give you guys your present? Because
Sure.
I may have brought you guys something.
Oh my
Do
God.
it, man.
Now
You're
I'm
the
stressed
first
out.
guest to bring us something. Oh,
everybody
man.
should bring you guys something.
Man,
Oh my
Such
goodness.
look at
What
this
is
guy.
it?
Okay, I
Crew.
now forgive you for trashing.
Oh,
our
you
set.
forgive me?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
hold
my
nice.
goodness.
So
Look at this, guys. His mouth guard.
Wow. Thank you, Anthony.
got
Thank
them
you.
a mouth guard so that we
guards.
can keep their pretty
Series
faces
X,
together.
triple
Wow.
density air shocks fit in
Absolutely.
seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Helmet strap.
Anthony, am I gonna die? Just be honest.
You're not
honest.
gonna
Not
die,
gonna
I
die?
promise.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for, to make sure you don't die.
You're my safety
And if,
officer.
yeah, I'm your safety officer.
Okay,
I'm
thank
Safety
you.
Sam.
Here you go. Wearer may be covered by Shield's warranty of $625 per replaced
Yeah.
and $250 per injured
There's a
tooth.
$20,000 warranty on the front of it.
A maximum
so
of $20,000.
I hope that doesn't say anything about.
I need
your
to call
activities.
Shield at that number that I'm not going to say.
I'm scared. Okay, so let me ask you then, Anthony, since
Since
the cat's out of the bag,
yep.
yeah, and we're doing this thing. What was your training like? And if you're offering advice to someone who wants to beat up a certain friend of theirs,
So,
a podcast co-host,
My experience
If
was,
you ever want to do that,
learn the easy way. Learn the easy way, learn the hard way. I learned the hard way. Okay.
they just throw you in there.
It's a little worse than that.
Really?
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
just gang up on you,
So,
start beating you.
I
In
started
the
training
alley?
with somebody who didn't have much experience. They never had fought before, but
Right.
they had more experience than me.
Yeah.
So I took after them, thinking I was learning like the best stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
you like picked up bad habits or something?
Oh, absolutely. So, anyways, I trained for a while, and I thought I knew how to fight. Okay,
Right.
I thought I was cool. I thought
You
I
got
could
that
do
big,
this.
you got a big old head.
And I met up with another friend who the very first training lesson I ever had was with him. And I was supposed to meet him at one of the bigger gyms in Charlotte to spar specifically with him. Because
Okay.
he was my friend. I trusted him. I knew he wasn't going to beat my face in, basically.
That's what I'm worried about with Justin. I think.
Yeah.
He's just
I'm
gonna
the
come out
wild
like a
card.
It could
mad
just be
man.
like- yeah, you just be like freaky strong or something
No,
like that.
no.
or
What's gonna?
super
I'm,
skilled.
I'm calling
I
it
am
now.
freaky
Let me just
strong.
call it. What's gonna happen is we're gonna step out, right?
Mhm.
And after all this training, we're both gonna be kind of nervous, and we're gonna start laughing and cutting up a little bit.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna land a punch, right? Just a decent
one.
punch,
Just one, yeah.
one. I'm gonna land one sometime, and then the switch is gonna flip, and he's gonna be like, no, and then he's gonna come at me and try to kill me. That's what's gonna
That's-
happen.
See, now you're making yourself nervous.
I know. I'm so scared.
You're like talking yourself out of it. But anyway, so
Yeah,
I was supposed
sorry.
to meet him at the gym, and we're going to spar. He was a little over my weight class, but like I said, he was a friend.
Right, sparring.
So I get to the gym. I'm waiting for him. He sends me a text. Oh, I'm not going to show up.
Did he pick someone else for you to spar?
No.
Oh, I just
So
Oh
I'm
my
there.
God.
I might as well spar, right?
might as well.
so
Might as well.
there's a guy who works at another title who happens to be Levante Early.
oh,
Happens to be there.
man.
That's where he had trained. That's where he was training at the time.
okay.
Oh
And
my
he was
God.
also my weight class. He wasn't a pro yet, but he was
Right,
my
right.
weight class. So we're like, all right, you guys are the same weight. Just step in the ring for a little bit, all right? So I go one round with him. Okay, mind
Dumb.
you, he's not a pro yet, but he is extremely, extremely talented. He busted my left eye,
What?
both of my lips, and both sides of my nose were bleeding within one round. We have less
And
than.
you stood.
God.
You stayed. Like
Oh,
you
I stayed in there. Yeah.
Man,
I had
props to you.
less. I think we had the 30-second bell ring right at the end, and we had maybe 10, 15 seconds left, and I'm like wobbling at this point, and he's like, all right, we're done. So he comes over to me, and he's like, dude, you can take a punch. And like, you stayed in here. I respect that.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's like, I'm going to train you.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like Rocky style, man.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
It's, but from then on, like, he was my guy. Like, we became friends after that. We
Yeah.
trained together, and now he's a 4-0 pro. and-
Dude.
Wow.
That's such a cool story, though. Like, just having that courage to
chance.
step. Well, yeah, and the courage just to like step in a ring with someone who you don't know anything about, and then he beat the snot out of
Well,
you,
it's
and
a
you
little
stay in there.
stupidity and courage.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
It's
quite
just
often
courage.
those two things.
Yeah.
like
mixed
I said, I
together.
thought I was good, but
yeah,
I was
yeah,
not.
yeah. But I don't think, especially sparring where it doesn't really like mean anything except pride. After a few hits, I'd be like,
What matters more than pride?
Winning
Yeah.
this fight?
well, I guess that could
Yeah.
be
Because
go
that
back
could
to
give
pride.
you your pride.
You can't win without pride, though.
That's okay. That's
You can't
true.
win
That's
without
true.
pride.
So winning strategies for you. What do you have any like post or pre not
yeah,
post
give
fight,
us what are the
pre-fight
tips?
rituals?
What are the tips?
Yeah, give us
What are
some
the tips?
What was the
for us
training
because we're gonna have
process
to fight.
Just like,
my biggest question is like how much of it is strength versus how much is like endurance and technique and stuff like that. How do those sort of things factor
okay,
in?
we'll put it in order. Technique, endurance, strength. Strength is absolutely on the bottom because all of your power comes from technique. So all of your technique is going to come when you have endurance because you have the energy to use your techniques. So yeah, power is definitely the last thing. But just like any other sport, it's all up here. Everything is in your head.
Yeah,
It's it's one-on-one. It's not like this is such a unique sport because there's nobody else to help you. I mean, you have your ring talking to you, but everything is up to you.
It's a very personal thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
It becomes a very personal thing. That's another part where you guys will become, you're already good friends.
Yeah,
When
we're
you
good
guys
friends.
get in the ring together, you guys will become best friends.
Aw, buddy.
Because it's intimate. It really is.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's something different. But
Just can't wait to have Zach's sweaty body hugging my sweaty body.
After the fight, I'm even gonna have uniforms for you guys.
Oh,
What?
Just
Oh
FYI, yes, you guys are gonna
Oh,
have
man.
official boxing uniforms.
That's awesome.
And everything. So this is gonna be very, very legit. You guys
Wow,
are gonna
Anthony,
you
you're
guys
the
are gonna
man,
love
dude.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, so it's gonna be like I picture it being full training montage videos as well, like us going up and training and stuff and talking trash and all that. That's what I want.
Right, because we're gonna be doing a couple things before the fight, right? So like, how exhausted am I gonna be?
So we're gonna take it easy. Your rounds are gonna be short because a lot
Because
of people.
we've never fought before.
It's not just that because when you see these guys box on the TV and stuff like that, it's 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes
Yeah.
is a really short amount of time. When you get in there, 3 minutes is like the longest time ever.
Really?
It just never seems the end. But when you have to think about it, you're just, not only are you boxing a guy, you're moving around. You're trying to think about what he's about to try to do to you. You're thinking about what you have to do.
A lot of stress.
And yeah, it's a lot of stress. And a lot of the cardio comes up here in your head. But you guys are going to have a lot of fun. And I promise you that you are going to get enough training that you're not going to be like wild,
Just
Flailing
clueless.
around.
flailing around.
Okay. All right.
But
Cool.
I
it's gonna be
think
good.
I think it's gonna be really, really fun, and I'm pretty excited to
Yeah,
do it.
sure I'll
I'm
learn
a little bit
something,
anxious,
so.
but at the end of the day, you'll be there. So
A little bit
if Justin tries to kill me, you just step in and
I'm
I'm gonna
From
try
it,
and kill
if-
you. I can promise you
If
that.
he
now.
tries to kill you, I'll bear hug him.
please do.
Is that fair?
Now I kind of wanted
Fair
to. So
enough.
I have to
Because
see
you'll
you
get a
guys.
hug and he'll be safe. So I mean, everybody gets something.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
That sounds really good.
I need that contact, man.
I'm
in a cold.
We
place
also want
emotionally
Wesley in there
right now.
too at the end.
Ooh,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Wesley doing a
Yeah,
little
it's-
work.
Yeah. Have him in there, and me and Justin are gonna try to like.
We're gonna do
Double
like a
team.
tag
2-on-1?
team.
2-on-1, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys will still lose. I mean,
I
know
am
you guys are
100%
dead,
sure we're
but-
still gonna lose. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He was okay. So he was showing me. I'm gonna give you a little bit of conundrum I'm already having, right?
Okay.
So he was showing me yesterday. I just squared up as a joke for something, right?
Mhm.
And I squared up right-handed, but I'm weird because I play all sports left-handed, but I write right-handed. So because my parents didn't make me pick one, thanks mom. So I do like everything that has to do with power with my left hand, everything that has to do with control with my right hand. So I squared up right, and then I thought about it, and I was like, no, my left hand's my strong hand. So I had to like go the opposite way, and so I'm confused. I don't know what to do.
So you're actually, that's an advantage. What do you think about
That's
it?
what I said. I don't know where I heard
Yes.
that. But
That's
why
an
is
absolute
that?
advantage.
He
If
just
you
said
can-
it.
If you can switch in between the two, it's a lot harder for, okay, right-handed is orthodox,
Right.
and then southpaw is left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier for a southpaw. First of all, it's hard to explain, but their hands are physically closer to you because of foot placement and the way you're standing.
Okay.
Southpaw is a little closer because
Versus a right-handed person.
versus right-handed person. So if I were to spar a southpaw, I have to concentrate on where my feet are at all times, being inside my lead foot being inside or outside of his foot, because if I don't,
see. Oh, okay.
he has the advantage and he's gonna be on the
So
outside.
it's
of
like
me.
positioning. Like
Yes.
left-handed people have
Angles,
the different angles,
positioning,
and
so on
okay.
and so forth. And you can switch back and forth. Say you throw a jab with your left hand,
Mm-hmm.
he gets used to that. You switch your stances and you throw a jab with your right hand. Right
He
hand, he's
doesn't.
not used to it.
Ah.
So it's an advantage.
So is that something that brand newbie like Zach would be able to take advantage of, or is that's more of like an expert thing?
It's a possibility. We're gonna work on it a little bit because we're gonna have some time.
Be
But
afraid.
everything that I'm gonna teach him how to use against you,
You're
I'm gonna
gonna-
teach you how to defend yourself.
Right.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. So neither one of you are gonna have an unbelievable advantage against each other, because my goal is at first is to teach you how to defend yourself. If you can defend yourself, you can win a fight without throwing a punch.
Right.
Because in real life, in a street fight, fights last 30 seconds.
That's what I want.
you
I want
watch-
the street fight.
When you watch
knowledge.
videos, you see the street fights, how long are the videos?
usually like
Yeah.
15, 20 seconds, really.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then normally somebody's either tired or they're laying on the ground.
Yeah.
So if you know how to defend yourself for 15, 30 seconds, then either the other guy's exhausted, he has his hands down, boom.
I've noticed
You're
it's
done.
very wild too.
Yes.
There's not much like, especially usually it's one sided, because usually watching a video like this guy got knocked out, and it's usually a one guy going crazy wild for a second, and then the other guy kind of dodging and ducking, and then just stepping in and knocking him
Yeah,
out.
the most powerful and fastest punches that you can throw are straight punches. point A
Really?
to point B.
Let's talk a little bit about the different types of punches because I don't know anything.
Okay.
You hear about like uppercuts and hooks and all that. What's the difference between those? And,
Okay,
like, when
so-
are they good or bad?
When are they good or bad? Uppercuts, okay. Your jabs and your crosses are your lead hand and your rear hand, basically. Jab would be your lead hand, cross would be your rear hand.
And now
Okay.
your
And these
lead
are
hand
straight
is
punches.
so in my stance, a southpaw stance, the lead hand would be the right.
Yes.
Okay.
Lead hand is the
That one in the
opposite.
front. Okay.
Yes. Hooks, which would be these, directly over the top, are normally close punches. Some people will throw them on the outside just to, if there's an opening or if they time, but normally it's when you're in close and you're throwing hooks over the top of the gloves. Uppercuts also really just close shots. You'll see it in MMA fights. They throw like these really long uppercuts. It's supposed to be for inside dirty boxing.
Right.
So
Or underneath the key,
underneath
under
the
their guard or
chin,
something.
just throwing close punches.
Okay.
Okay.
But those are the punches you guys are going to learn. You're going to learn your jab, your cross, your hooks, and your uppercuts. Everything else is either wild or basically unnecessary for beginner boxers.
Okay.
But-
That sounds good, man. I mean, like, I think even if we learn all that, but coming out of that, at least I'll know how to throw a punch
Proper
properly.
punch,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And like I said, teaching you guys to defend yourself is the reason. I'll tell you the reason that mostly that I wanted to start boxing is because it's the same way that I think of weapons. I rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Say that you're out with your girl or something like that,
Yeah.
and you're at a bar and it's not your fault, but somebody starts picking on her, messing with her. You know how to not only do you know how to defend yourself, you know how to defend her.
Yeah.
So it's something good to have. It
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't have to be a weapon.
Totally agree with you there.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think for me, it's a little bit of small man syndrome. I like the idea of being able to.
You're not going to go Napoleon on us or anything. and
I'm trying,
already
man.
there.
just start
I'm
beating
I'm
up,
already there.
beating up everybody at work as you come
Yeah,
in. Just
yeah.
walk in the door. Just
Someone says hello,
punch people.
good morning, just knock them out. Don't talk to me.
Uh,
All right, I have another question.
Yes.
The weight
me.
classes.
Yeah,
Right?
I was curious. I was gonna ask the exact same thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know that I have a couple pounds over Zach, but it's not what I think yesterday I called it. It's not advantageous weight. So how much does that matter?
Okay.
Especially in boxing versus like
And
a
how-
grappling type sport.
Right. And how do those weight classes work? Like, is it exact? You have to be exactly 141 pounds, or what?
Okay, so there's different weight classes for amateurs and for pros. I don't know every single one of them for both because there's a lot.
Come on, man.
I
I'm
know.
just
I'm
kidding.
sorry. But anyways, in amateur boxing, it's actually a 9-pound difference. You could be within 9 pounds, but the other fighter can agree not to fight you.
So are they not
a little
fixed
different.
then? It's just based on the
It's
other
not really
person's weight?
fixed.
Okay.
No, in pro boxing, everything's based off of a contract. So if we are contracted to fight at 141 pounds, that's what we need to be at. If in the contract say exactly,
Okay.
unless also in the contract,
Right.
you say you can be 2 pounds over or 1 pound over, so on and so forth.
So that's what. Let's say me and you were fighting. That's what we would negotiate before, or our people would do.
Yes.
Would they say like, okay, well, you can be 143 pounds.
So
That's okay.
the second guy I fought at 152 pounds, which is closer to my weight. It's a little easier. Due to how strenuous my training was before that fight, I was actually way underweight. I was at like 144 pounds.
Wow.
So when I woke up, and he was exactly 152. So when I woke up that morning, I had to gain weight because I had to be within 3 pounds of him.
That's what you.
in order to fight him.
That's what you agreed to before.
Yeah. No. This is
Oh,
amateur.
that was just
This
amateur.
is
Oh, okay.
yeah.
There's no contract.
So
for this.
just according to USA Boxing, I had to be within 3 pounds of him.
Wow.
So I had to get up in the morning, eat a giant breakfast just so I could compete with this guy.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
That is nuts.
And I'll tell you, since you asked like what the difference of weight is.
Right.
So 152, 141, those weight classes, you can kind of jump in between there. It's not really a big difference. But say you or I get in the ring with a 220 pound plus guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You may think of it this way. Say I weigh 150 and he weighs we'll say 190.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So think of it this way. Think about that guy holding a 20-pound weight in each of his hands. Assuming that he has correct technique, he knows how to use his entire body weight to throw punches. So that's basically like him hitting you with a 20-pound dumbbell every single time he punches you in the face.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I- okay.
That
I understand.
paints a clear picture.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about they'll have the pound for pound best fighter in the world. Like, well, this guy could never take a punch from him. Well, yeah. It's not really fair.
Yeah, that is true.
It really isn't.
That makes sense. Well, I'm super excited to do this, and it's gonna be very fun. And I think you being our event coordinator now, we're gonna do a lot of stuff like this.
We have lots and lots of fun plans, some experiments that we're gonna do with you guys.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Things that are extra embarrassing. You guys are gonna learn some things.
Yeah.
That you haven't seen before.
Already, so I'm super excited now.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You guys are gonna be like the most talented YouTubers ever.
Yeah,
that's
right.
So that's basically the goal, right?
That's the goal. Yeah, it's just for us, no one else. That's for sure. If you guys want to see us fight each other, it's gonna be a little bit, but go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is below this video, or if you're listening to the audio version, it's below. And go subscribe, check it out. We'll be doing a lot of really cool stuff. Remember to follow us on all the social medias and give thanks to Anthony for helping us out, man. That's awesome.
Yes.
Give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's so special.
I know, right? He brought us gifts, so you're my favorite.
Oh,
now.
yeah, you're my favorite.
Sure. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, guys.
Later, guys.
Later.